Hey guys, what's going on? FY My Pawn here, and welcome back to Go Create, the Goblin Baker stream. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we were making the final touches on the second part of the battery, if I do recall correctly. I've also checked and confirmed that the battery is working at 100% capacity. It's just generating so much power that I didn't realize it was going to be that powerful. Ultimately, we got a lot of power coming in, and honestly, I'm quite scared with how much it's generating on such a singular wire. But I digress. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be making a proper infinite cobble and basalt farm. In addition, we are also going to start turning those psyllium stalks, or those unique golden stalks that we've grown, much like the bamboo, and we're going to turn that into gold, or at least gold nuggets. But I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Now we just gotta wait for the world to load and we should be good to go. Honestly, I'm thinking of turning down the mic volume slightly lower, but honestly, I think we should be good regardless. So, it's not like it's going to affect too much. I just like having it loud for you guys. But I digress. Shouldn't affect too much as we just continue on. Just gotta load in, that's all. Alright, there we go. Apologies for the flashing. There we go. Now, let's see. It's been a while, but we've been doing a few things. Alright, so, there has been a few minor changes since we last got through the game, I should say. So, first and foremost, I should probably address the more important one. The most important one is probably the range upgrades. So, as you probably know, the wireless crafting grid has a certain amount of range that it works on. So, you have to be careful with how you manage it. But thankfully, because it only had one upgrade, it's now got a very big... It's got more of a range, I should say. I did try to fill it to 4, which I might actually try to do immediately. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so... The only thing I am missing is an ender pearl, I do believe. So I need to see if I can't find one before I continue any further. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, and then we're going to go up a floor to try and get that very same thing, if we can. It shouldn't be too hard. And for those of you curious on how the basalt and cobblestone farm is doing, well, I mean, you see the results here. That's actually pretty good, all things considering. It's really good to know that the thing is working so efficiently. Unfortunately, we do not have any ender pearls that we can reliably use at the moment. Or any that I'm aware of, I should say. Oh, lag spike, one sec. There we go. Well, we're going to take the slime sling, obviously. That's going to be really helpful for getting around. We are obviously going to need blue ice eventually, but that is something I can wait on. Anything else I need? Not really. Let's see. What I need right now is ender pearls, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, I'm currently on the lookout for those sorts of things, if I can get my hands on one more. I have a lot of chests, so it's not surprising if I do get one, but you never know, right? Hard to say whether you'll find one in the, massive chests here. Yeah, no, I don't think I have an ender pearl. That said, to get an ender pearl, there is the ender pearl blocks. We can go with piglin bartering. Stronghold has some. Enderman can drop some. You can also get one apparently from the Twilight Lich. Cleric can be traded for one. And a few other methods, but nothing too crazy. Molten Ender. Interesting. Oh, interesting. If you get some Endermans or Endermite in there, you can actually turn it into Ender Balls. Or Ender Pearls, I should say. If you also cook Enderman heads, End Crystals, Ender Pearls, and that sort of thing, you can do that as well. Apparently. Okay, so there is ways to get it, but I don't think the best... Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a good way to do it. So, unfortunately, that is not an option for us, I guess. But, it's not like we're trying to focus too much on the range upgrades to begin with. We've got a bigger thing to deal with right now. So, first, let's start with the mechanism here. We're going to start taking these guys with us. Take. And let's start getting the stuff picked up. There we go. Now, how are we going to do this from now on? Obviously, we got the, yeah, obviously we got the Silverstone set up already, but we're not going to be utilizing that. So... Well, I guess we just need to rebuild, I guess. So we're going to have to start with that, I suppose. Let's start by stuffing everything into a barrel here. So that way we can organize everything. Okay, we'll keep those, put those away, there we go. Okay, no, take that out, put those away. Okay, the barrel can come out, put the large cogwheels away, take the cauldron out, put those away. Take the lever, put those away, there we go. That will have to do, but we'll take out this, because these are all mob drops, aren't they? Yeah, there's a lot of miscellaneous stuff that we really need to sort our supplies, basically. But it's not a concern right now, so we'll just stow everything we don't need away for now. There we go. Okay, but it is nighttime now. That does mean we do have the option of hunting for Enderman, I suppose. But I think it's just better if I handle this right now. In fact, how do I want to handle this? What do I do here? Alright, well, the first and foremost, I need to figure out how I'm going to design this system from now on. Because there are many ways I can handle it. So, first and foremost, there is the item hopper method, which we've already done, as you've seen. But it's not... I don't know. There is clearly something with it. Okay. Well, let's get rid of the chisel of Shiverstone. Or, yeah, Shiverstone. Let's start with that, and then we'll go from there. Because obviously Shiverstone, while it looks nice, it's hard to break. Well, then again, most things are hard to break, so... yeah. I guess for now, let's get all of our buckets. If they're in here. And we will start... Yeah, we'll just quickly funnel these out. So that way we can remove these. There we go. Gonna start destroying everything here. Yeah. Once we get the system set up, I'm certain we'll have a satisfying time making cobblestone constantly. We just need to figure out a proper system for it. And of course, I gotta think about the shiverstone actually making people slip, so... I've gotta also figure out what I'm gonna do here, because shiverstone, while nice, not so good as a building material in hindsight. Well, I could stick with the usual theme that I go for with everybody, or every sort of building that I do, and go with a theme similar to... Well, I can use shiverstone as, like, the outer base, I do believe. I can very much replicate this sort of design, I think, without too much hassle. But I'm still going to need to deal with the design to some extent. Alright. But we're just going to quickly mow this down, because we do need to at least do that much for this build. Because it's going to be very length-based, I'd say. At least that's the intention, I think. As for how much we want to work into the design with how much we're going to be producing, I have no idea. I'll see how many drills I can get away with, I guess. Because we are going to need a lot more blue ice to make this build a possibility. So that is going to be inevitably something we need to handle. Okay. Well, regardless, we'll mow this down and we should be good to go. Alright, let's take you out and gather the slabs. Apparently, a pickaxe is also good for ebony slabs, specifically. Not sure why, but okay. Okay, I think we can go down at this point. In fact, as long as we go down to the 3-tier thing, then we can just do that. Okay. All the way down, and we should be good. Kind of wish I demolished this beforehand, but whatever. It's going to be demolished anyways, so whatever. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we'll go for this now. Alright. Now let's deal with this. Well, at least it's sturdy, the blocks. I'll give it that. It's a good building material, at least, which I cannot deny. Okay. Alright. This is part of the wall done. Now we need to go for the other part here. And then, of course, we're going to need to figure out how we want to build this properly. Because we still got this little chest area that we got to deal with. And then, of course, there's the barrel that we got to deal with. It's going to be annoying, put simply. Yeah, we're going to need to move this to some extent. Well, whatever. We came here with the intention to remake the design after all, so it needs to be done. Alright. It's another set. Or at least another part of the wall done. Man, we're going through this pickaxe like butter. Well, at least we can repair it, I think. In fact, yeah, we should be able to open it, should we not? There we go. Yeah, if we use an efficiency 4 unbreaking 3 pickaxe, I do believe we can turn it into something better. We will need to get to our anvil, though. So that is not something we can do just yet. So we'll quickly rush through. Yeah. Seems we're running into some lag, though, I must admit. Alright, well, whatever. The point is that we can do this and get a efficiency 4 unbreaking silk touch pickaxe now. Now, if we can get mending with it, that'd be even better, but I don't think we got that luxury. We need a veggie burger, and then we'll just continue on. Okay. There we go. That's a little faster. Alright. Well, we're almost there. Done and done after these blocks. There we go. Okay, well, with that, we can now move on, I suppose, right? Take that off for now. So, we're not crowding the, blocks to a degree. We are going to start moving these... Well, we're going to move this barrel over here, I suppose. And we're going to start doing this. So that way we can start moving all this stone over to the other area. Seriously? Oh god, that's a lot. Right. If I recall correctly, that chest has a bunch of upgrades, doesn't it? Okay, that makes things infinitely harder, because that's just a barrel of storage that we cannot actually... Oh, I wish I could move that. There's no... God, that's so annoying. Alright, well, first let's organize where we're going to be placing the... Let's just build around it, basically put. Alright, let's start with the design that we're going with. Okay. Shiverstone brick. That's going to be the corner, right? Now that's 4, so... That makes it... I guess we can. What? Bugger it. So the goal is not to... Well, we're here with the intent to make it odd, so... So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it'll be a 7 by 7, right? I do believe. So, there will be an ice block here. There will be sand here. And then there will be lava coming into here to here. Then we want water coming to here. But we can have water go into here, so... Well, no, this is tight enough, isn't it? Because this is an odd number of blocks, isn't it? So I need to check to be sure. So we place the ice there. What else do we place? Hold on. Okay, we got basalt, limestone. Is it all in the gold chest? Yes, it is. Okay. So the soul soil will effectively go here. The lava will go in the middle, right? Yeah, lava goes in the middle, doesn't it? Oh, but right, we need to actually build it up, don't we? Hold on. Yeah, we need to build this up, because it's going to be a platform, essentially. Well, maybe not a platform per se, but we do need to build it up. So that way we can actually get the chest here instead. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put the water buckets away for now. Going to mine that so we can get all that. Okay. Cobble and basalt can be put away for now. There we go. Alright. Get that chest. Alright, so the gold chest should be placed, I guess, right here? Yeah, we want the chest right here. There we go. Then what we'll do is we will have the chiseled shiverstone go down there. And make it look like this is the entrance for making the entire farm, essentially. We want to place a brick there, so that way we can actually see what we're doing. And we're going to start taking these out. There we go. And I guess while we're at it, we can make the flooring chilled shiverstone. Oh, whoops. Okay. Well, maybe not chiseled, but actual shiverstone, I should say. The brick version. Because, I mean, we're going to need an aesthetic anyways for this, so... Okay, we put the shiverstone bricks in. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we do chiseled version. Well, actually, no. Let's hold off on the chiseled for now until we get things sorted. Alright, so the key here is that we need a system that's going to start cutting things. Alright, we're also going to need a 5x5 area, I do believe. Okay, so we want it to go up to here, don't we? So we want a... We'll have a chisel brick there, but we won't need to actually make it this long, I don't think. Unless we really want to go hard on the design. Which I guess we will. There's no harm in it, right? We're going to have a bunch of resources being claimed. And as much as I want to do the whole device mechanism that allows us to move things, I think that's just getting a bit overused. I want a more stationary design this time around. So I am going to stick with the water wheel version that I had intended before. I'm just going to redesign it a little bit. But ultimately, I do have a design in mind right now. It's just going to be bigger than I had anticipated. Or at least had expected, I should say. There we go. Put these away for now. There we go. I guess we'll put... we're going to need the ebony slabs in a bit, so we'll keep those. Okay. Kinda wish I had like a builder's wand or something, because that would have been nice for this design build. Ah well. We do what we can. Gather that. There we go. 4. There we go. Done. Now, we take the chiseled stone here. Do a border along here. Here we go. And we'll work it into the design. There we go. Alright. Now, with this design in mind, we need to decide how we're going to handle this. Obviously, we're going to be placing the blocks here and here. So now we need to just build things up. Alright, so first let's talk design. So first and foremost, obviously we're going to want... Yeah, we want shiverstone bricks to be placed here and here. And ultimately what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing hoppers on either side here. And we want lava to be on the middle row here, essentially. We're going to have a long row here. And that's going to encompass the entirety with lava. Whoops. I meant to do this. And we want this one to drop in. Hold on. We're going to need to cover this up. Let's get some actual stone. Here we go. Okay, let's stone this up. There we go. Put these away. There we go. Now, for this, we want blue ice. Well, no, we want, we want soul soil here specifically. We're fine with the shiverstone bricks here, I do believe. But we are going to need to make a platform going down for the water to take place. Otherwise, it's just an entire hopper line, basically. And we're also going to need soul soil here, and we just need to follow the same premise here. Well, actually, no, it needs to be... Well, I guess it does need to be bricked up here, doesn't it? So, we'll do the same thing here. And then we need a platform for this. Like so. Now, all we do is we just shiverstone it up. There we go. Do the same thing on this side. There we go. Alright. Now, let's do a chiseled... Yeah, we do the chiseled thing here. And we repeat on either side here. There we go. And one last one. Here we go. And now it's just a shiverstone brick platform or wall. It's a bit of a dull build, mind you, but hey, it's fine. Well, I guess I could make it a bit more creative here, couldn't I? Let's change up the design a little bit. Let's see, what we got for designs that we could use, potentially. Could use stone brick, perhaps. Stone brick wouldn't be bad. There is also rocky stone, but I don't think that's actually going to be pretty good. But yeah, no, we're absolutely going to need soul soil for this half. Absolutely. Oh, now that I think about it, this area actually doesn't need that, does it? No, in fact, actually it doesn't. What it does need, however, is it's going to need blue ice, which is going to be a hard thing to acquire. But I think I can make it work. All I really need to do here is just put shiverstone along the top here. There we go. Then we just need to line this side with blue ice, while the other side is lined with water. Alright, let's take that, place the blue ice there, and we just need to make a line of it, essentially. It's a bit of a tedious work, or job, but somebody's got to do it. But hey, that will allow for a lot of blue ice to stack up. In fact, how long is this? It'd be... That'd be 16 blocks every single time it goes off. That's insane. So that's going to be 16 cobblestone and basalt at any given time. And we're going to be generating a lot of it, now that I think about it. Oh god. Well, I'm not complaining. It means we just get a ton of resource, that's for sure. But in all seriousness, we are going to need to get some more building materials, so let's see. What can we use here? We've got a ton of stone brick. We could go for that, actually, couldn't we? Yeah, let's use stone brick. Yeah, why not? Stone brick, we can make this into a stone building, much like we, much like was the intention. Ish, anyways. Okay. Now, how do I want to continue the build off from here? Because I am going to need to provide power to these machines, aren't I? Well, I do have an idea. If I use a ton of gear shifts, I can actually line up the drills so they work in unison together. Or honestly, I could just do small gears and just have them all rotate at any given time. So that is also another option for us. But I am going to need to design it, so let's see. Lava's going to go in the middle, obviously. So, lava, basalt, cobblestone. Then the water's going to pour down here for the entirety of the area here. Okay. So all we really need is like... We really only need like one more floor. Well, no, not even one more floor. This is honestly all we need. We just need like... The only thing we really need is one more floor specifically dedicated towards the drills, don't we? And even then, that's like... Yeah, the drills go like up here, because they'll be drilling into it, won't they? Let's get the drills out, actually, so that way we can prep it. Okay, not what we wanted. Okay, nope. There we go. So yeah, we want it facing like that. In which case, it'll drill and then pop the blocks downwards. Hopefully not in the case of destroying the block, but, I mean, we'll see, really, won't we? But yeah, it breaks that, so what we do is... Yeah, it goes down there. So yeah, we have the mechanical drills like this, then we can get a line of small gear, or small cogs, and then we can have those go through. And we thankfully have just barely enough to make that happen, don't we? Yeah, we just gotta line them up, really. Okay. Alright, that's 16. So now we just get the other 16 set up. Okay, now we get the last one. There we go. Now get the gear here, and boom. Okay, well, with that, now we can set things up, I do believe. Because all those gears are going to be working towards the mechanical drills. So all we really need to do is set up a gear that's going to connect things together, really. Oh. Hmm. The easiest way I could see this working is if I get a small gear on both of these sides and get a big gear in the middle. So I'm going to need another small gear, and then I'm going to need 2 small gears, and then I'm going to need a big gear. So what we're going to do is we're going to set that there. And one here. This big gear is going to go here. Once we actually get it, that is. Yep, the big gear goes here. Then we'll have a small gear propped up on here. To where we have a big gear connected there. And we'll have this go up. And I guess that is going to be how we start powering it. We set the machine up here. To which case, let's see. Alright, let's see how we're going to channel this. I guess I could bring this up a level now that I think about it, so it's not like it's the end of the world if I do this. Yeah, I could bring this up one. Let's see. Yeah, no, let's bring it up one. Or 1 or 2, I'm not sure. Okay, let's bring this up, there we go. Then, if we adjust it properly, like so, there we go. Now, if we do the Shiverstone, put it around, like so. Alright, we do that. And we build 5 out. 5. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough power, but we'll try to make it work. And worst case, we'll just build even further. Yeah, because we do have the means to make this build work quite easily, if I do it this way. Alright, so we do this. Get 1 block on this side. Alright, do this, and there we go. Okay. Here we go. Now for this. We are going to need to build the building up a bit as a result of this, but that's fine. I think we can make this work. And hey, worst case, we can always just extend this 5 blocks out in addition, and it should be fine. Anyways, I'm going to do that. Because I don't think I need to worry too much about the build's design, to a degree. There we go. We'll get the ebony slabs after we've placed in the water wheels. Okay, so it's going that way. In that case, what we're going to want to do is get the slabs here. And we place them on the top like so. Done and done. Okay, let's grab the water. 5, cool. Alright, start the rotation. There we go. 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Cool. Now, will this be enough? Who knows, right? Maybe I can get away with wooden hoppers, actually. Hold on. No. There's only iron hoppers. And I can only get 3 more. Rip. Okay. So, yeah, the system is going to be a little obsolete. Well, not obsolete, I should say. It's going to be lacking, in a sense. Okay, so we won't be able to get that many, yeah, we've got only 2 blocks of ice, so that's going to be a hold off for now anyways. Okay, we're going to need 3 buckets of water, I guess. Take 1, 3, there we go. Alright, 1 bucket of water. 2, and 3. With that, though, we can set up the lava, I guess. We are going to need different silverstone bricks, though. We need the alternative version of the shiverstone, don't we? Hold on. We've got... Okay, so we got a ton of shiverstone here, so we'll actually take some from here, I guess. And we'll just convert those into the chiseled version. That'll make things a lot easier for us, I suppose. Okay, chiseled shiverstone. There we go. Now we got the noses in mass. Okay. What we can do now is start lining this. There we go. And close this. From here. There we are. Okay. That's that, and this next. Alright. I'm half tempted to change the shiverstone bricks here, but I can't always just disguise this area, couldn't I? So it's not like it's lacking in any way. I'll close this off because we don't need to show this off to anybody. We'll just make it a nice little tube for ourselves. Alright. Alright. Now I've got a choice. I can either continue to build with stone bricks on the outside or do something else. Because I can just make this into a straight pillar, but that doesn't seem right. I'll figure something out, it's fine. But one thing is going to be for certain. We're going to be using hoppers to do most of the work here. Alright, there we go. Now for the shiverstone bricks. Alright. Now we deal with you. There we go. Okay, we are run out of shiverstone bricks, but that's perfectly fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So it is a 6 tall build, but yeah, we should be able to make it work. Let's get some more shiverstone to make this work, I suppose. Gonna be using a lot for chiseled shiverstone, that's for sure. Okay. 2, 3, 4. There we go. That should be enough for now. Okay. Honestly, at this point, it's really a question of stairs at this point, isn't it? Yeah, at this point, it's more so stairs that we need to worry about, not so much... Yeah, because it's not like people are going to see... Well, I guess they will see a little bit of this, but... We're going to cover the majority so that people don't have to worry too much about it. Yeah, so what's going to happen is probably we're going to do like a triangle roof here. Yeah, so we're going to have a triangle roof, much like the designs here. But we're going to go steep triangle this time, I think. I'm not sure how that's going to be... I'm not sure how that's going to be expressed. But we'll try and do our best to make it happen. Alright, well, let's get rid of this, I suppose. I guess I could do, like... I could do a number. I could do 2. I could, but I'll hold off for now on the build regarding that. We'll see. We'll see how things fare with the build. Okay, there we go. Well, let's see. How wide is this? It's going to be 5, 6. So we need to go 6 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got 1 block here then. I mean, not like anybody's going to see it, but if we're going to be doing this, we probably want to prep for the future then. So all we gotta do is just got to set this up, design-wise. Alright. Now the stone brick. We'll leave those open for now. And we'll get the chiseled shiver stone into place now. Or at least 1 such block. I guess we're going to need 2 technically. Because we do need the lava to spread properly. And for the progress of this, we're just going to do this. So that way we don't go too far with our lava antics, I should say. And because we are not going to be affecting this, we should put this on a block as well. There we go. Alright, with this soul thing, this is going to produce cobblestone, going to produce basalt, and once we get more lava, we can just start putting it in a very straight line. And that will just automatically light this area up, as it's going to cut into dealing with blue ice and cobblestone, respectfully. But anyways. There we go. We'll hop out here. And from here, what we do is... what? Alright, well, first let's deal with the iron nuggets. How about that? Okay, seems like we can make a lot more hoppers, though, at least. That's nice. Alright, 7 hoppers. That's not bad. Alright, that's pretty good, actually. That's 7 more hoppers that we can add to the machine, actually. Alright, well... let's organize that then, I suppose. Okay, hopper there, hopper there, hopper there. There. There we go. Hoppers are still going to produce in, but we should only need this much for now. We are still going to need the mechanical drill, though. And we have no power. Great. Well, that's fine. Well, no, it's just barely on the verge of dying, power-wise. How is the, power working, anyways? The wireless crafting grid. Yeah, no, the wireless one's out of power. This is still being provided a ton of power. Even though the batteries here are, dead. Okay, so... Oh, hold on. Take from there, I suppose. Yoink. Alright, so from what I'm getting here, this accumulator is providing enough power that I don't need to worry about it. Still worried about it. Whatever. It's fine. As long as I can use it, that's the important part. Now, what do I need to do here? I need to... Alright, I need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna roof this thing off of. That's the first thing, really. I could do slabs, couldn't I? That is an option, isn't it? It's fine. I'm more worried about the power generation and making it, you know, actually competent. Okay. So we need gears, right. Okay, so we do have andesite alloy. Okay, so we're gonna make some... We don't need half-shift gears. Yeah, we need cogwheels, don't we? Okay, that's 64, okay. There we go. Now I've got a ton of cogwheels at our disposal. Specifically 4 sets of cogwheels, I should say. It's gonna be a lot to work with, that's for sure. But hey, we kinda need it, so... Alright, so we're gonna want one cog there, one cog there. Gonna put the excess here for now. Let's see, we're also going to need the cogs in general. Hold on. No, we need shafts, don't we? Alright, that's 2 sets of shafts. That's going to be helpful for building, that's for sure. There we go. All we do is place the shaft there. That's going to power 1. This will power 2. Alright, now the machine's already in work mode. So that's good. This, of course, means that we got a chest working for it now, but... we will actually need to find a way to actually put this into the system. So I think the better option here is actually to drop this into a barrel of some kind. Preferably. Alright, let's put these shafts away for now, as we think of a solution to our problem. Right, well, first and foremost, let's put these away, the shiverstone, temporarily anyways. There we go, put those away, put this away. There we go. Let's take this barrel with us. And we're going to be using it as our means of dealing with this problem that we've got. Oh, no, wait, actually, hold on. I can still use the gold chest. What am I doing? Yeah, if I do this, put all this away. Oh, whoops. Put that here. There we go. So we can still use this method. We just have to dig downward. Which actually shouldn't be too bad because we got this. Although we're going to have to find a way to connect it properly, though. So what we're going to do is... let's get some cable. Should only need 3 bits of it. Let's see, do we have... we have exporters, which puts things out into items. We need an importer. Zombie? Nope. Okay, good. Okay, we need a destruction core. And we need to get our hands on a... here we go, integrated circuit. I actually have a spare one on hand, surprisingly enough. Okay, with one importer in hand, we should be able to make this work. We just need to go down... well, we need to mark our location here, so... let's see, we want... let's cut the... oh, whoops! Ah, cauldron... there. We'll just put the cauldron there for now. Hey, lava. That was my mistake. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So we want it here. Okay, so Z250, Y76. Oh, no, wait. 2371X, 250Y. Or X, yeah. I got it. Okay. Roughly, anyways. Okay, we're going to go down. And we want to go back into here, I do believe. Alright, the connection here is a bit scuff, but we should be able to make it happen. Okay, we got the Z, right. Alright, so this is 249, this is 250, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down from here, I guess. Okay. Alright, now, from here, we go across. Okay. Now, I do believe this is it, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, I get the shovel here. Okay, I'm a little off. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Is this it? Ah, 1 block over. Nice. I was really close, though. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, well, with that, we can now organize this, I suppose. We'll get this, that, okay. We'll get the lanterns in place here. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now, all we gotta do is just build this up. Alright. And we'll close this off so we can actually get this up. Alright, now, if we just put the importer on the bottom here, it's going to stuff everything into the machine, I do believe. And then we got a infinite set of cobblestone and basalt. Well, with that, it's just going to slowly start funneling through. We should be good. There we are. And we'll leave it at that. Done. Cool. Alright, basalt is going to slowly but surely be filling that area up. We do need to get the chiseled shiver stone here. There we go. But other than that, we should be good. Oh, whoops. Take that out. There we go. We will need to build it up a little bit with some upgrades. But that's a concern for later. Rather, I really want to get into the point of actually, well, doing something else. Okay. So let's get you up. And we're going to go up to this floor here. Because I want to do some maintenance here. Well, not maintenance per se, but I need to get into the habit of storing certain blocks away. Because otherwise it's just going to fill up and just cause ruckus. Okay. First, let's start with void upgrades, because that's something we really need to keep doing at this point. So naturally, we want void upgrades in all of these little block bits here. Because that's going to be a common thing that we're going to be doing. Filling up these various items away into our storage. And I'm kind of worried that we're going to over-stockpile if we're not too careful, so I'm concerned, putting it lightly. Okay, there we go. Now let's see. How are we gonna handle this? Okay, first and foremost, let's actually make the things that we're trying to make. So we need void upgrades. That was the intended target, so let's start there. Okay, so void upgrades. Here we go. Alright, we got 38. That's actually really good. Okay, that means we can make a lot of voids for a lot of items that we have. We're gonna put a void on here, a void on here. We're gonna put a void on dirt. Because you never know. Well, I guess we don't need a void on dirt just yet. Yeah, we got like 1,200 dirt. Gravel is probably going to need a void in the future, so we'll put one there. And we'll do one for sand while I'm here. So we're going to get the sand void here. Okay. Now for unique uniquely different blocks. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? Okay, so cobblestone is going to be stacking. We've already got an andesite scale. We've got a ton of gravel, mind you, and a ton of dirt. I got a ton of sand just waiting to be used. Okay, we should probably get some more external storages, because that's going to be required for upgrades here. Because obviously we need to sort these things out, right? Yeah, so we're going to have to set that up, actually. We're also going to need to set this up as well. So we'll put this on a void upgrade. Put this on a void upgrade, because you never know. Same for this. We don't have anything else on the other sorts of trees, but we are definitely going to be in the future trying to get all the trees, but that is a future concern of mine, not a current concern of mine. Alright. I guess I can also do the dirt. It's not like it's... I guess it's not hindering me, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Alright, so let's see. We're also going to need one for you, so we'll put you there. Okay. We're going to set this block up as basalt, I want to say? Or do I want to do something else? Alright, what does basalt make? It makes polished basalt. It can make a bunch of other stuff like scoria stone. Can make basalt bricks with a proper cobblestone brick. Yeah, so let's start with basalt itself. Because basalt will make polished basalt, won't it? So we'll set basalt over here, I guess. Alright. Anyways. That's going to be our basalt storage, so we're going to want to mark that up. Alright, so it's on this row here, so it's right, the second one, so right, hold on. So up here to this one. Okay, so it's that one. So we want cable going up to it. There we go. Okay, to make an external storage, we're going to need circuits, we're going to need chests, we're going to need destruction creation cores. I guess I could actually make a pattern for a chest, shouldn't I? Couldn't I? Hold on. I do believe there's specific crafts that we can do, actually. Hold on. There we go. And planks can be made into chests. There we go. And now I'll just make those. There we go. Done is done. The crafters will just casually make those, won't they? Now I just need to make the external storages, which requires destruction and creation cores, which I do have actually... I do have the integrated circuits here, so I will add those to the machine. Now I just need the destruction cores, which 2 will be done there, and then we need 2 creation cores, which we can only make 1. But that is enough to make the external storage for at least one of the 2, which is good. Okay. Whitelist. Basalt. There we go. And basalt will now go into there, I do believe. Okay. Well. Hopefully that starts to grow. Okay, 475. Yeah, it's slowly just starting to stack up now. But then again, that's going to stack up even further as we keep going. And never mind the fact that we got a ton of other stuff that we need to sort out, don't we? Oh god, we have a ton of stuff to sort out. I'm just glad I have the obsidian chests at this point. They have been really helping to help the storage here. To a certain extent, anyways. Good gravy, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? I gotta deal with the Twilight Oak as well. Well, I guess I could put the Twilight Oaks away and all this jazz. I don't really need them in the storage here, so... Let's see. Right, sickly Twilight Oak goes in there. Get the Twilight Oak logs in there. There we go. And I guess I'll put the planks away. Alright. Well, that's storage, I guess. And if you're curious as to how the... Well, I guess I've already explained it, but... If you're curious to how the system is still running, even though it shouldn't theoretically be running with this amount of power, you can thank the entire machine over there. Just 4 is enough to apparently keep this on, so that's good. I am worried that if there... I am worried about there being more power being used than physically possible, but... Honestly, the solar panels are just straight up useless. I find that thing is just way better in general. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let's see if I can't make some more stuff here. Well, at the very least, the basalt and cobblestone are going to be maintaining a very infinite amount of supply. So that's good. It means we'll have a ton of cobblestone that we can call upon on a whim, so that's good. That said, I should probably consider actually beefing that out a little higher. Somehow, anyways. We got a straight up zinc here. We got a lot of stuff. Take that out, take that out. I guess I can put some stuff away for now. There we go. Okay, there we go. Still got a bunch of excess void upgrades if we ever need them. Right, we also need to deal with you stocks, don't we? How are we going to deal with that, actually? That's actually a good question. Well, this doesn't run off any power, it's just... it overloads itself, I do believe. So there is always going to be the issue of overburdening the machine, I do believe. Just worried if I go too fast, it's going to be a problem. Well, I can always just put this on a 64 timer, couldn't I? But then again, I could just find a flip switch for this and turn it on and off whenever I need it, couldn't I? Yeah, that is an option, isn't it? Okay, that's 64 to all around. I think I'm gonna turn off the limiter. I think I've reached the point where it's not going to be that big an issue. Although that said, I should probably... Yeah, no, I should probably actually go and make another set of mechanisms. Hold on. Okay, where is that glow thing? Hold on. There we go, 37 electron tubes. That's not bad. Okay, what do I need? I need a construction core, don't I? There we go. External storage. We do have a wire connecting to here. And I do believe we need to set up butter as one of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this wire temporarily. Put that there. And what was it that I wanted to store to begin with? We got the... Oh. Okay, so apparently something's gone in there. That's not good. Alright, so... Okay, so we need caramel there. Okay. Okay, so we need a whitelist. There we go. We whitelist caramel for that. Take out the sediment paste. Put that back in. It seems, yeah. Oh, we got an achievement for it. Nice. I'm sorry, what? Oh, hi, guys. Just casually exploring through my base, I see. Then again, I guess I am being rather industrious in this area. I guess pillagers just like pillaging my area here, don't they? It's just something they like to do. That's gonna be annoying, but whatever. Let them have their fun, I guess. I'll deal with them later. Alright, but I'm going to need to set up a void upgrade as well here. That'll have to do. I really should find a better place for storage, shouldn't I, though? Let's see. We got honey tanks, we got fluid tanks, we got fuel tanks. We got an ender tank, which would be really nice to have, not gonna lie. But we'd need to go to the end if we're gonna consider that. Right. Okay, XP sucker. Put this on top of tanks to suck out the experience. Behind your main entrance, maybe. Ah, well, it don't matter. It's not like I die too often now, do I? Alright, we'll eat a veggie burger, and now I need to think about how I'm going to rework the machine. Alright, let's deal with these guys. There we go. There we go. Now, if I recall correctly... let's see. Yeah, we got the machines there. Not too concerned about that. Oh, are they not mixing? Why isn't this working? Oh, I need pastry dough. That would explain it. Okay. What happens is butter goes in there, sugar goes in there, dough and... just dough goes in there? Hold on. Why should dough go in this batch? Hold on. Oh, no, wait, it's... okay, the export's pastry dough. That would explain it. Okay, okay. Okay, how am I gonna make sugar then? Actually, hold on. That is a good question. How do I make sugar? Do I literally just... hold on. Alright, if I get a... hold on. If I get a crafting terminal here, a mechanical crafter as it were, and I combine the mechanical crafter here... okay, no, that's not it. Take that out. Let's get the... rotate it like that. Oh. That was easy. Wait, hold on. Hold on, if that's the case... couldn't I just take this out? Take this... and just... I don't know. Perhaps just... oh no, that wouldn't work. It'd be a bit too cramped, wouldn't it? Although that said, I could potentially cut into the boards here, couldn't I? Oh no, but that wouldn't work because the thing is actually pushing through to here, isn't it? Oh no, wait, it isn't. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna work. Oh, right, I had to get the chickens involved with this one. Oh, I see. That would explain it. Yeah, now that would explain a lot of how I'm getting a lot of chicken eggs to boot. Speaking of... okay, I was worried there for a second. I thought I was, like, overflowing with eggs. Thankfully, past me, actually went through the effort of making a barrel for him. Okay. Alright, but yeah, no, the ticking timer, let's start organizing that to start with. Let's see. Okay, so it goes off a slow rotation here, going tick by tick for the redstone contact. Yeah, why don't we just not do that? Well, let's see. Would I run out of materials if I were to do that, actually? Hold on. Because that dictates a lot of what I do here, right? Okay. So let's see. What do we have wired currently on this machine? We have sediment and wheat, and pastry dough, wheat flour, sugar, and birch logs. So we'd be using a lot of materials just to cook these very things. Or do something with them, I should say. Okay, I mean, I guess it's no harm, no foul, right? It's going to be processed. That's the important thing. I am worried about our birch collection, but honestly, it's not like I use birch for this machine anyway, so I think that's the only thing that's going to be the concern here. We're going to lose out on a lot of birch. So I think it's high time we just... Okay, it's time to turn this off. There we go. Alright. Let's go over this, pick this up. And let's just ignore redstone signal. Let's just have that as a relay turned off. And now that's going to start processing a lot of resources, I figure. Or at least that's the intended purpose here. It's going to start pumping out resources, not at a ludicrous speed, but it's going to pump out resources constantly, I figure. Ow. Perish. Yeah, so what it's going to do is it's going to start pumping out birch logs, wheat flour, sugar, and pastry dough when we get it. The pastry dough will be processed into dough, which will then be used to make everything else, ultimately. So I think the only thing we need to cover is the pastry dough itself, which is going to be used. Alright, let's go deal with this baby zombie before it becomes a problem. Okay. There we go. Done and done. You know, did we even use shears on the, I never did use shears on those, orange trees, did I? Food for thought, food for thought. I should probably check that while I have the chance, shouldn't I? Hold on, let's get my shears out. Okay, the shears are not there, but they should be in my inventory somewhere. Where are they? Shears, 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 shears. Ah, here we go. Found them. Took a bit to do, but we got them. I'll put those away. Keep the rest of the mechanisms. And yeah, we're going to need to set up a dough area for barrels, but other than that, we should be fine. But yeah, no, let's try shears. Okay, no, we don't get those. We get orange saplings. And I don't get anything there aside from the orange sapling, so yeah, no. I'm sort of stuck in a hard place with these oranges. Will they erode without fruit logs? That is another good question. If we remove the fruit logs, what's going to happen here? Let's see. Do the decay. No, they do not. Okay. Interesting. So I'm left in a, Oh, no, wait, they do. Okay. So I will need to bushel them up somehow if I want to make them farmable. But I do have an idea. So what I'm going to need to do to make these bushes work, in hindsight, or at least to some extent, is line them up in a nice, tidy row. and make them grow on their own in, like, bushels of, trees, essentially, going downwards. So I know what I need to do with them now, essentially. Oh, I also got this if I, you know, want to do it. You know what? Let's turn you off. There's no need for you to be on anymore. You're good. Alright, off you go. There we go. That's done. Yeah, no, I've got a rough idea on how I want to handle these, you know, apple orchards and, you know, all these sorts of assortments of trees. I've got an idea. Now, what was I doing? Yes, I was going to make gold nuggets, wasn't I? But before that, I had to make some storage for the dough that I'm going to be getting in abundance, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, no, I'm making a lot of dough. I'm gonna need a storage for dough, aren't I? So we're gonna set up some storage for dough. I guess we'll keep it to the infinite. So we're gonna want dough here, I guess, on the side here. Yeah, it sounds like a good choice. Alright, so dough is being made, right? Okay. Okay, external storage. We are going to need a ton of integrated circuits, so we're going to need rose quartz, we're going to need lapis sheets, gold nuggets, and redstone. Shouldn't be too hard. Honestly, it's just a matter of going down into the basement here and building from there. Alright. Alright, let's take a stack of lapis sheets and we'll get that compressed on its own. Alright, so we got 21 lapis sheets. We got a ton of gold. Let's take out this for now. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. There we go. We're going to make as much as we possibly can here. There we go. 2. There we go. 3. 4. Alright. Nice. Yeah, we're getting a lot done. Nice. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so I'm glad we've got like a sort of system working now. We are going to need infinite gold nuggets though, because otherwise it's not going to work in our favor. But we should be able to make it work. Alright, but I digress. Do we have any spare rose quartz? Yes, we do. We've got plenty of rose quartz, actually. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the rose quartz, I think, and we're going to just stuff it into the machine. We've also got a means to rub down the rose quartz as well, if we wish. But, we don't need to worry too much about that. Alright, 9 integrated circuits. Nice. What we do from here is... well, get some more, well, torches. Alright, should only need 3 stacks of redstone torches. Alright, 6 of those. There we go. Alright, 6 redstone, 6 external storages is going to be really nice for our storage, I should say. Alright. We're immediately going to be using one to store dough, so we want that to be a thing. Alright, let's see. Need the wrench here. Get the external storage. Oh, we don't need the wrench, actually. Whitelist. Alright, whitelist dough. Okay, let's toss all the dough out for a moment. So that way we can actually start processing these puppies here. There we go. Nice. Alright, the dough is now stored in the system, I believe. And it'll start stacking into this, and it won't go any higher than the listed amount that I've got stored or set up for storage. Okay, we're also going to need to set up some dark oak drawers for crafting recipes. Alright, so dark oak drawers, here we go. We want the 1x1 version. And we need chests to do so. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a specific recipe. Okay, in order to make dark oak drawers, we are going to need a dark oak chest. And dark oak planks to make dark oak drawers. We then combine those, and then we get the pattern for dark oak drawers, which we can then put in there, and we can make in abundance. We're gonna make... Yeah, we're gonna make 64 of these drawers, and it's just gonna slowly start stacking up. The intent is to make them go into supply. And we're gonna try and fill up this crazy border we have today. Because obviously we got a lot of it to go through. I'm going to need to build them up 5 tall because I won't be able to go up and over them if I don't do this much at least. Alright. I'll make 64 more just to be safe as I go about placing them. And I'm just gonna make it a point to just build these guys up as much as I possibly can. And while it is dark, I'm going to use the Crimson Lanterns to help me see. Because I don't want you guys to be in the dark either, so... Main reason I'm doing it. Alright. Okay, let's see if I can get the dark oak drawers made. Alright, they're starting to be made. Nice. Good. I guess it's just taking time because we have so many, so much wood that we have to go through to make it. Well, whatever. As long as it's getting done, that's all that matters to me. I'll get some rest in so we can see a little bit better, and we'll go from there. Really gonna have to eventually go through the barn and light up the entire place, but one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Anyways, let's get a bunch of gold in our system now. I think it's time we start pumping those out. But yeah, that's gonna just start processing and gonna get a lot of resources, I would imagine. Kind of curious how yeah, kind of curious how the charcoal's going, actually, to be honest. Oh, there goes the stack. Nice. But yeah, no, we can make bulk orders happen if we do it this way. And the short-term orders will be done via the exporter here, so if we want to do some manual changes, we can do that. But this will be, like, things we constantly do, essentially. We are going to need a constant recipe for sugar, though, if we're going to be doing this, so I should probably get ready with that at some point. But then again, most baked goods go over here, so yeah, as long as we get a processing plant for it, we should be fine. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I'll take a stack of drawers for now, and we'll get this set up now. And we're just gonna build this all the way up until we get our quota reached. And I'll build these all up to 5, I guess, while I'm at it, because there's no harm in doing so. At least I think so, anyways. Okay. Alright, that's another 64. Drop down to here. Alright. Okay, there is a lot of leeway here, but ultimately it just comes down to, yeah, we're just going to start placing these here. We won't be able to line anything up on the sides here, so we will have to organize something in that regard. But ultimately it just comes down to placing barrels along here. Because, I mean, we're definitely not going to have the... Well, I guess we're going to need to get some more storage, so I guess making obsidian chests isn't a bad idea. Now I think about it. I'll think about it. Hold on. Oh, whoops. I won't be able to place a block like this, that's for sure. Alright, well, whatever. 2, 1, 0. Oh, whoops. That's not what we want. Grab that. There we go. Now let's see. Yeah, no, our storage is crazy now. Then again, we haven't filled everything to the absolute limit yet, so we will need to address that at some point, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We still got plenty of things to cover. Mainly I'm worried about these, you know, various trees that we've got in abundance here. Well, orange trees goes here, I guess, so that is another tree that we can add to the list. And hey, we haven't even grown the green heart or slimy grass stuff yet. That's another thing to handle, that's for sure. I'm sure there's many other seeds that I need to cover anyways. Well, whatever. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Okay, warm blossom sapling. Have we covered that yet? No. I guess we'll put the warm blossom sapling here. Yeah. We got a lot to cover. Any more saplings I need to worry about? Not really. Yeah, nothing really sticks out. We got a bunch of cheese, though. For some future usage, I would imagine. I am curious how they would sort out, though, seeds. I'm not willing to test it, though. Okay, what do we do now? That's the question, isn't it? Well, I guess we can put in pastry dough for a option, I suppose, right? There we go. Alright, we're going to whitelist pastry dough as one of the options here, because obviously we're going to be making a bunch of those. So yeah, pastry dough is going to be next on the list. Alright, so we're going to remove sugar, and we're going to make a constant supply of sugar from sugarcane. Because that's obviously going to be a product of what we're going to be growing. So I guess we'll have sugar go next to this here. Yeah, let's have sugar go here. Oh, whoops. There we go. Alright, first we want to void upgrade here. Then we'll get an external storage. And we'll go back behind here. We want to whitelist sugarcane as the target audience here. Well, no, not even that. I want to whitelist not even sugarcane. I want to whitelist sugar. Yeah, sugar is going to go there. And we want to get rid of that. And now we just gotta endlessly produce sugar, somehow. I know of a way to do it, it's just gonna be a bit awkward. That's all. Okay, so. Well, I mean, that's gonna be working for a time, because that's gonna be making butter in abundance. Okay, let's see. Sugar. Well. Okay, well, these guys don't actually produce anything. Okay, hold on. Oh. Well, hey, it's starting to make chocolate, I guess. We are going to need sugar, though, so we still do need to actually make this work. God. Well, I guess I need to connect these to the system anyway, so this only makes our, How do I do this, then? I could just connect these all together, couldn't I? There is nothing stopping me from doing that. You know what? That seems like actually a better idea than having to do this so weird. One sec. Take these out. Alright. Okay, this is going to be awkward this bit, but we should be able to make this work. All I would need to do is just change the directory of the cable here to over here. Let's take a stack here. Let's just go over to here. Yeah, so if we just line it up like so, we can go across here. And I can just start destroying this bit here instead. Oh, whoops. Alright, let's just enclose this bit here, like so. And just break this bit here. There we go. Nothing changes, and I can actually just work with this. Because nobody's the wiser, as it just works on its own. There we go. We'll let that work there. We will take out the bits over here, because we won't need them anymore. Okay, let's quickly, let's get the wrench here. There we go. I can take that out now. I will still get the power from the windmills all the same. It's just gonna be a bit awkward to do this sort of stuff now. Okay, but either way, we can get the connections here. Do we have an axe? I've got a few versions of an axe. Let's go with the pyro axe, I suppose. There we go. We're gonna break this open here. And actually, can we make this work? Yes, we can, actually. Because we need one to go here. And we just need to set this up with one connector on the back here. Which, if we do this right, and break this open here, there we go. And assuming we do the proper efforts of storage. Alright, hold on. Yeah, let's store the nuances here, or whatever the hell I want to call it. Just put the mechanical stuff away for now. Here we go. Ominous sounds, I see. Okay, no, what we do is we just rotate this to here. We want to set that up with... Honestly, we just set it up with the sugarcane, don't we? Yeah, we get an exporter here. And then we get an importer on the bottom, don't we? So let's get an exporter here. The exporter is going to deposit sugarcane. And it's going to produce sugar. And if we just connect it to the system, the sugarcane's going to literally go into this barrel. And if we send it down, as intended, it's going to just go into the system. Anyways, cable. Here we go. We're going to need that. We're going to need an import. Alright, destruction core. Now we can make an importer. Here we go. There we go. Done. Now we get the importer here. We take the cable. What? Why can't... There we go. Okay. Now we place these, so that way we can get the importer here. There we go. Now that should process constantly. There we go. We just get this here. Close that off. There we go. And now, constantly, we will get sugarcane, at least. And whenever we want anything from this crate here, we can easily just produce it without too much hassle. Because everything already goes in there anyways. We just got a system to turn it on and off, thanks to the relay. So if we ever want to produce something with a relay tick, well, there we go. That does mean we're going to have to connect this separately, though. Which, thankfully, we've got a wire that we can easily just connect here. But with that, that should just produce constant sugar. Well, once we get it to rotational pull, which, honestly, is an easy fix here. What we need to do is we need to remove the... Well, I guess we need to keep the large cogwheel there. Let's see. Cog. Here we go. Take one of the small cogs here. We're gonna take the wrench here. Got this. Oh, no, wait, we need it. Oh, right, okay. Large cog, then. I guess we keep that going. I thought we didn't need it, but I guess we do. Okay, never mind. I'm also going to need a lot more rotational power, it seems, because obviously I kind of need it. Well, whatever the case, it doesn't matter. Too much, that is, I mean. Okay, so what we're going to do is... We need to set up the advanced circuits now. Okay, so the advanced circuit requires a different design, but otherwise same result. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Aqueduct. I'm doing quite well. How about you? I am currently undergoing the process of just making things a bit more convenient for when I do build things. Or certain projects, I should say. Okay. There we go. I guess I could just do this. There we go. Alright, down and down. And we want to rotate to here so everything connects up. Alright. And then, of course, there's the bits where I can try to connect them together. If I get to the sides properly. Yeah. That kind of sucks, not gonna lie, but I understand the pain. I am getting infinite sugar, though, so now I'm actually doing some wonders here with my machinery here. So that's going to produce infinite chocolates. Just from having those, just from having the sugarcane work like that is going to help us immensely. I do believe that does cut into our sugarcane quite a bit, but it should auto-generate back. Yeah, the sugarcane immediately produces into something else. Speed potions. I think I can automate those if need be. That will allow... If we get a, spout, we could get a potion filled in there. But I don't... If we want to brew it, we're gonna have to find this specific recipe. Yeah. So we'd need to do a lot of shenanigans if we want to do potion making with it. Not sure how you get speed potion, actually. Hold on. Well, it seems like item draining is the way to go, I guess. Automated brewing, though. Gunpowder into a potion of restfulness makes Okay. I guess that makes a splash potion of restfulness. Oh, what a recipe. Yeah, try not to trust anything that, well, try not to trust everything TikTok likes to say. Because usually they're not giving true information in most cases. You never know, that's why you gotta be careful on the internet. Because they aren't? Yeah, it's the internet. People lie, it's not uncommon. Yeah, no, not everything is true. Alright, hold on, let's see. Okay, to make advanced circuits, we need gold wire on the bottom, electron tubes on the top, capacitor in the middle. Okay, so these are at least the same. So we're going to need we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 7 exporters. And unfortunately, those exporters require us to separate nether quartz multiple times. And other things. Alright. Okay, so we need 7 exporters here. Okay, that is 7 electron tubes worth of exporters, or at least trying to make exporters, I should say. I'm only able to make 2, though, which kind of sucks, but I guess that's just the reality of it. That said, we can just flip the lever here, and we can make multiple of them. So that's good. At least the process isn't that bad. We can easily make them happen, so that's good. With that said, we're gonna have to make a... We're gonna have to move this lever a little bit closer. But we can easily make this happen. I really should make more sugar, though, I think. Ah, well. It's no big deal. At least we're getting a ton of, this thing, so that's good. There we go. We'll turn that off now, because we don't need more. Okay, that's 7. Cool. That means we can easily place in these. Alright, so what we do here is... I guess we'll close that off first. Because that is not something we need to show. Flavor blasted goldfish but turned into peeps. That does not need to exist. I'm sorry to say. Alright. Let's see. We've already got the... Because that sounds horrible, aqueducts. Okay, we're gonna move some of this so we can actually see what we're doing here a little bit. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so 1 block up gets us that. Okay. So we need ourselves a new relay, and we need to get a trigger here. Okay. So from here... There we go. Alright, let's make a relay now. If that's what you believe, you're welcome to believe it. I just don't think it needs to exist. Alright, a relay. That's going to require a machine case. Thankfully, we can easily make that. So now, we got a new relay here. Alright, relay goes here. We want this to only... We want this to only work with a redstone signal. Now, if we get a redstone link, we're going to get 2 just to be safe here. Well, we're going to need 2 anyways. We'll set the relay there. That's going to be the receiver of the signal. And how do we want to set this up? Well, I guess, honestly, the easiest way would be to use... Hold on. Yeah, if we use integrated circuits as the signal, that would actually be a lot better, I think, in my personal opinion. Yeah, so if we use this as the signal for this, pretty good. There we go. That'll be the signal for the making of the integrated circuits. In fact, I'm actually going to need that 1 sec. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to quickly get our wrench here. Going to take these. And we want to build this little plank thing over a little bit. Okay. I guess what I can do here, yeah. I could dig this down into the floor, couldn't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this down. There we go. Put that there. Then we get the redstone link here. We use that as a set signal. There we go. Use stone to block that up. Then we use the lever here. There we go. And dark oak there. There we go. Now we can make the integrated circuits as we see fit, using that method. Jeez. Alright. Exporters. Let's start putting them down. Okay. Alright, we don't want those linking. How do we prevent them from linking? I don't think we can we? That's annoying. Okay, how are we gonna stop this then? Unless I can actually, I'm going to need a refined storage wrench, apparently. I think that's the only way I can do it, yeah. Alright, so this wrench... Can you not cut the signal there? Hmm. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, Alright, in that case, can I... Okay, let's try and dig this down. And try and get it under here? Yeah, no, if I get it under here, then maybe I can make that work still. It'd be a bit awkward, but it's better than nothing, I'd say. Pipeline punch flavor. Okay. Okay, so let's see. If we want... Cut that there. Alright. We want the exporter here. Okay, this should work. It should still work this way. Yes, it should. Okay, good. Okay, so that's still going to work if we go about it that way then. And that means we don't actually have to go into this. Like so. And close this up as well while we're at it. Why not? Alright. This is going to require advanced circuitry, I'd say. Alright, so let's see. We're going to, if we want to make this work, we're going to need an advanced circuit, I do believe. Well, no, we're making advanced circuits, so we need 2 integrated circuits on the side. We need... Yeah, so integrated circuits here. We need to export these. We need a capacitor. We put that in here. We then get the... Alright, so we need nether quartz. For the ends. Alright, gold wire goes on the bottom. And what was for the top again? It was electron tubes. Alright, so electron tubes on the top, as expected. We got capacitors, we've got integrated circuits, and nether quartz, and gold wire. Alright, cool. That is going to produce a lot. I'm quite satisfied with that. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a lot of chocolate, I'm gonna say. It's not a lot, but we are getting a ton that's going to help us supply a ton of resources, I would imagine. We're eventually going to reach a maximum output, but hopefully we won't run into a problem of concern. We'll have to see. We are going to need to set something up here, though, but we can set up the relay now. Okay, so that's going to turn on when redstone signal comes on. And we can get a cable here to connect it through. We just need a redstone repeater on the lowest setting. Alright, there we go. Lowest setting, redstone repeater. Now we just need to make the advanced circuit, I'd say. Do we have gold wire in abundance? Okay, we don't have gold wire yet. Let's use this gold here. This... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Alright, this makes gold rods. We want them into plates first, before we can actually turn them into wire. So, once they turn into plates, then we should be good. And with that, that is 3 gold sheets. There we go. That'll make gold wire. And 6, there we go. Alright, we're going to start with that. We will get the gold wire put away. We need electron tubes. Get 3 of them. Put them on the top. We need an integrated circuit. Alright, nether quartz and... Okay, and we need a capacitor. Thankfully, we've got the capacitor. We've got the integrated circuits on a whim. And nether quartz links to making the entire machine. Done. Now, we've got an advanced circuit, which we can now automate using this signal. We want that to be a receiver. Okay, there we go. We're going to put this in the middle here, so much like that redstone circuit. We're going to dig 2 down to set things up. Alright, put that there. Now we get the signal here. Redstone link. There we go. Double advanced circuits. Stone it up. Get the dark oak planks in place. Place down the lever. There we go. We want it facing this way, preferably. There we... No, we want it the other way, actually. There we go. Now, when it turns on, we get basically the fulfillment there to turn that on, which ultimately yields as much as it can until it cannot no more. Okay. I guess I should put down a sign, shouldn't I? Alright, here we go. I did spell it right, yeah? Yeah, I did. Okay, so integrated circuits and advanced circuit. Alright, that way we know what we're doing, and I guess if we use dye, we can actually make it more see-through. Okay, there is glow squids, but I don't think that's gonna help much. I think I can actually... Hold on. Alright, let's try this. There we go. Now we can see it better. Just get some white dye on a sign, and there you go. Now we can see what those say. Alright, so integrated circuits are made here. Advanced circuits are made here. We got sugarcane already being converted into sugar, so now we got that. Now we need to make ourselves the I guess an infinite source of, well, gold nuggets, I suppose, right? Well, I mean, that's an easy one, I think, if I recall correctly. All we have to do to make infinite gold nuggets is literally just send this in, I think? Yeah, if we take some Cynthian stalks here, we put those through the ringer here, I should be able to get gold nuggets, should I not? I need to check the filter, though, if I'm going to be absolutely certain. Let's see. We already got crushed gold ore, which is not going to stack up anytime soon. So we'll just toss those in. Let's see. If I take this entire thing, I should be good, but that's not going to help me much, is it? Well, at least a pastry dough is stacking up. That's good. Oh, whoops. Let's take that. And let's quickly get the... Yeah, let's get that filter before it washes up. There we go. My god, that's a lot. Well, what am I going to filter in here? I'm not going to... let's get rid of Frost Steel. Let's keep Regalium. Well, no, let's just toss the weird ones out. Crushed Ice is not going to be good. We're not going to use Clogrium anymore. Either Cobalt. Brass is a weird one. Lead is a weird one. Styrigium is obviously going to be a keeper. Alright, so iron, gold, copper, zinc. Brass, no. Lead, no. Styrigium, absolutely. Ice, no. Clogrium, I guess. Cobalt, I mean, it's there. I guess we'll do it. Frost Steel, no. Regalium, absolutely. Ultherium, maybe not. Thorium, Gopium. Yeah, we should be fine there. There we go. That should do it. Okay. Alright, well, I guess it's going down to washer for now. Let's see. We want the Cynthian stock blocks to be cooked, don't we? I guess I should call them Scythian, shouldn't I? Okay, so if we cook them through the bulk blasting, it will allow for... Yeah. Now let's just take out anything that we've filtered through that's not going to be processed, and we should be good. Okay, what's not... Ah! Hey! Okay. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. Okay, yeah, no, that's gonna get really annoying real quick. I need to get these into stacks right now. Otherwise, they're just gonna be annoying as hell to deal with. Alright. 64. 64. There we go. That shouldn't stop us now, because now they're going into stacks, which means that they can't really interfere too heavily here. Alright, let's put everything properly away now. Alright, well. I guess I can add gold nuggets to the list. Okay, gold nuggets are added to the list now. And we can just start tossing them in. There we go. Done. We will toss the Cynthian stalks in here as well, just so we have them here. Alright, let's put in the doughs, because why not? There we go. That should help things now, because now they'll be going into stacks, hopefully. Alright, yep. Once they go into a stack, they dump out. And because the Cynthian stock blocks are quite literally just going to cook, like so, well, they're going to produce a lot, I would imagine. That's going to get us a lot of gold in a short amount of time. That does mean we have an infinite source of gold, though. So that is something to consider as we're going along here. And it's going to be a little bit concerning as I think about it now. Let's go up for now, because we're going to need to start making infinite storage for gold nuggets, I guess. Okay, so external storage, here we go. We are going to need to provide some more power to our little machine here, just so we have it. There we go. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna be putting the, where am I gonna be putting this? Alright, well first let's deal with these drawers, I suppose. Alright, so we're gonna have one here. One here. You know what? Maybe that is a good place, actually. Hold on. So, wood, planks, and I guess I could put on the very tippy top here, gold, yeah, so I can have gold nuggets, gold, and then gold blocks. That's what I can do, yeah. Then I can have infinite gold nuggets on this barrel here, couldn't I? Do I want a void? Just in case, I'll have a void, but I'm definitely going to keep a lot, regardless. Okay, so gold nuggets are going to go in here. Okay, so gold... Well, I guess I can make that iron nuggets, and we'll make that gold. So gold nuggets go here. We want a white list, specifically. So, white list, gold nuggets, white list, iron. There we go. Now, all we do is we get ourselves the gold and iron nuggets. We get ourselves some cable. And we just wire it in. There we go. Okay. Iron nuggets. Gold nuggets. Right, I should probably put some stuff away, shouldn't I? Alright, let's put those away. I think I put the rest in the inventory. Yeah, let's put the rest in the inventory here. Alright, dark oak, cable, buckets, advanced circuits. This. These, that. Bing, bada, boom. Alright, let's start properly storing these gold nuggets. Alright, well, the easiest way to get to the gold nuggets would be to just jump here, wouldn't it? So, we're gonna quickly destroy this, I guess. For now, anyways. There we go. Okay, we hop to here. Now let's get as many gold nuggets as we possibly can here. Okay, none there. Some here. We'll grab all these. There we go. Got some here. Gather all these. There we go. Got a few here. Alright, we'll put these away for now. There we go, just have a set of 63 gold nuggets, why not? And I guess while I'm at it, I can put the dark oak drawer here, so that way we can start sorting out gold as well. What, might as well, right? We've got the storage to make it happen. Alright, whitelist. We'll whitelist gold as the foci here. And we're going to have a ton of storage for gold, so... let's hope we have enough that we're going to be fine here. There we go. We're probably going to be running out of, birch, but it's fine. Yeah, no, our birch supplies are just completely dead in the water now. But, whatever. I'm not looking to use birch often, and besides, it's already being filtered in, so it doesn't matter. Alright. But yeah, that's going to be made into... I guess we also need to get the caramel, don't we? Yeah, we're not actually getting caramel, are we? Yeah, no, the caramel's immediately getting... Or the sugar's actually immediately getting taken, isn't it? And we're not actually getting a chance to send sugar into this system, I do believe. Unless we are, in which case, you know, bugger me, I suppose, right? We are getting no... Well, I mean, we got sugar in here, don't we? Just not enough for a full 64, though. Oh well. It's not that big a deal. We'll just craft a bunch here. There we go. That will be processed somewhere, I'm sure. All the same, it's going to go to something, right? So that's good. And worst, or best case, it's going into here, which is good. So that means it's going to start producing some more stuff, I would imagine. But I digress. We're getting full-on stacks here, so as long as we get that, we're good. And hey, we should be able to get full-on, I mean, we're getting full-on gold and whatnot, so that's a plus. But I digress. We're going through a lot of resources all the same. But yeah, no, that covers what I wanted to do this stream, I do believe. Except for expanding the Cobble and Basalt, I suppose. There is one other thing I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure if I had the time to do it. But it seems like I do have the time, so I guess I will. So, as you probably know, I've been trying to make do with tools I have been for such a long time. I think it's time I change that. It's time I actually make some proper tools. So, with that in mind, I've made sediment paste. I don't believe I've explained this earlier in past streams, but I do believe I did try to explain it. But yeah, I did make sediment paste, which is a key material in order to make grout. Now, there's two types of grout I can make. There is the normal grout and nether grout. Nether grout can be used to make, well, yeah, if we use grout, it's the base version, I do believe, of most tinkered materials, I do believe. But you can get away with just using normal grout. You can use a scorched grout, nether grout as well, as an option, I suppose. I don't think there's ultimately any difference in whether you use Scorched or not. But I do believe Scorched is significantly better. At least I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the, I'm not too familiar with Tinkers in this mod pack, so I'm sort of just winging it. I guess the best way to do so would be to figure it out, right? So, let's start. Let's make 64 grout. And we're going to try and figure this out together. So let's start with the grout. So grout, well, if cooked, is going to get you specific types of bricks. So what we need to do is we need to send it through the bulk blaster if we want to get the grout to turn into something. That is quite easy to handle in hindsight if you think about it. So all we gotta do, really, is just get into position here and toss the grout in. There we go. We toss that in and we'll let it cook, much like we do the gold nuggets here with the Scythian stalks. And this is probably going to produce brick for us. We just gotta wait to give it a minute, really. That's all it comes down to. Alright, there we go. Apparently we can actually make it in abundance. So, from here, what we do... what was it? Okay, we've got seared bricks now. And now we're finally getting into Tinker's constructs, I do believe. So, I think it's not... I guess it's advanced creations, yeah. Sediment paste, we get sand, gravel, and experience. And for going into Tinker's, we actually get a spout and mechanical pump for our troubles, which is nice. Oh, we also completed this, which means we get the, yeah, we get these, because why not? Extra materials for building, I suppose. Alright. You know, we could also make an extendo grip, couldn't we? That is tempting, I'm not gonna lie. But no, we're gonna go into... Well, we've already gotten to electric, so we'll grab that, I suppose. We got the alternator, but we need to... Oh. If we pick up our alternator, then we can get 2 rotation speed controllers. Oh boy, actually, hold on, that's actually really good. If I do that, then that means I can... Ooh. If I do this, I can actually get some serious power going, now that I think about it. Ooh. It's tempting. It's tempting, not gonna lie. I'll hold off for now, but I gotta keep that in mind. Alright, we got a spout, though, which gives us copper ingots. Not bad, not bad at all. We got a cake, which... Yeah, we don't need that. Alright. Huh, the Create Cafe, huh? Tempting, not gonna lie, but we'll worry about that later. I've got bigger fish to fry currently. We really should get... I'm getting off topic. But this creative wireless transmitter would be really nice. I'm not gonna lie. We really do need a microprocessor then, though. Ah, pain. Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Tinker's cast, huh? I guess we're gonna have to figure it out, yeah. Spouts are now used to fill sand casts to create parts. Okay, hold on. Blank sandcast. Okay, so blank sandcasts. You can make a compactor to compact specific things into place. And in order to mold, you need a seared casting table. Okay. Alright, so there is ways to go about it then. So it seems like seared casting and scorched casting, it really just changes the look of your foundry. Speaking of, I'm going to be building such a thing on the end here, I think. So we're going to actually change these bricks here. So that way our little refinery has a bit more to it. So we've got a bit more building to do on this side, I think. Which is going to be nice. It's going to be an extension of sorts. Alright, but anyways, let's start by making some things here. Puny smelting, huh? Apologies, I'm a little tired today, apparently. Ah, boy. Alright. So what we're gonna do here is, I guess... What can we make with seared brick, actually? Let's start there. Okay, so seared brick can make seared ladders. A climbable smeltery block, safe for decoration. We're going to want a seared duct, which... a filtered smeltery fluid input and output using copper cans or buckets. I guess we can have that while we're at it. We're going to need a seared... okay, a seared ingot gauge. Ideal for metals holding 32 ingots of fluid. Retains liquid when broken. Okay. And then there's a seared chute, rather. This is a smeltery item input and output. I guess we'll grab one of those. Alright. Okay, seared glass, no. We want seared... there's seared bricks, there's seared fuel tanks. Part of the smeltery retains liquid when broken. Seared drain. Smeltery fluid input and output. Okay, so chute and drain. There we go. What else? Okay, we're going to need the casting. Ideal for decoration, holding 100 millibuckets of fluid. That would be interesting to have lava in there. Okay, we're going to need a seared casting table. We're going to need a seared casting basin, I guess. Alright, what else can we make? There's the seared heater, which is a solid fuel source for the melter. We don't use that, so... okay, we need a cast chest, which requires a seared brick. Could you not? I'm busy, thank you very much. Okay, let's toss those out while I'm figuring this out, I guess. There's seared ladders. Again, we don't need that. We need a blank gold cast, which we don't have access to just yet. Alright, drains liquids from smelteries and tanks. Okay, we're gonna want these. Okay. And I guess we need seared bricks, I guess? Yeah, so we're gonna make a bunch of these, I guess. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. Alright, here we go. Tinkers. Let's see. Alright, so we got a bunch of books here. Alright, materials and you. Okay. Alright, we got a book there. There we go. Alright, materials and you. This is the literal opening book that you can go through to figure out how to use tinkers to begin with. The introduction. Okay. Materials and you is basically... yeah. You need a part builder, which gets into crafting, which gets into Tinker Station. which gets into the Tinker's, yeah, it's Tinker Station. It gets into the part chest, and it gets into crafting. So for this, we're gonna just set up the crafting up here, I guess, if we can. Alright, so let's see. Well, I guess I'm gonna need to build it on the other side in the... Yeah, we're gonna need to build it on this side, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly store some of the less important stuff for us. Okay, there we go. That should do it for now. We're gonna put those away. There we go. Get those in. I guess we're gonna need more books, so quickly just gonna... There we go. That's 5 books. Alright, puny smelting. Let's start there. Alright. It's time for some real tinker materials. Okay, metal. Right. So, the melter. This here is your most basic melter, able to perform a variety of simple tasks. It features early smelting, gives +3 nuggets per ore. Heater can be replaced with seared tank, which can increase temperature. Internal capacity of 9 ingots, melts 3. Okay. Very fuel efficient, apparently. Ideal for melting piglin drops such as gold, swords, or armor. Alright, these 3 slots are where you put in what you want to melt. It may be ores, ingots, or anything else you feel like attempting to melt. Okay. Okay. Now you know how to use your puny melter. You may be asked... Okay. Faucets. Okay. Simple enough as it is. Channels will allow you to faucet through. Okay. Alright, copper cans and buckets. Okay. Okay, you just need to turn into parts. Okay. Simple enough. But I'd like to skip from this to something else, so... What I'm going to try is I'm going to try to get to mighty smelting, if I can. There's also Tinker's Gadgetry, there's Fantastic Foundry... We need nether grout for that, though. So I guess I'll start with mighty smelting, I guess. The Encyclopedia of Tinkering. Okay, so that's just a combination of the 4 books. Okay. So now I just need to get a seared stone, and I need to pour on a book. So in order for that to happen, I'm going to need to get... I just need to cast the materials, I suppose. So that's going to cost some materials, but for the sake of getting the book, for mighty smelting, that's just going to be necessary, I suppose. Alright, well, we need more grout then. Alright, I'll take all that grout out, so that way I can actually smelt this puppy down. Intentionally, anyways. Alright, let's toss all this grout out. There we go, let that smelt. Alright, let's eat some veggie burger. And we should be good. And we'll let that just cook while we skedaddle here. And we'll just get the seared brick when we get a chance. But we just gotta wait for it, really. Alright, come on. You can cook. There we go. Alright, the seared brick has been made. Now I just need to make the entire machine. So we need the seared melter. So we take a sear fuel gauge here. We take the seared melter here. And now we take the seared heater, which will make the fuel source in general. Alright, so what we do here is we take the heater here. Place that down. We get the seared melter now. Place that on top, I guess. And let's get some charcoal. Okay, we got some charcoal. We've got 2 stacks of it, no less. Alright, so what we need is we're just... Oh, nope, we don't want that. Put one there. And with that, we just put in charcoal, and boom. It's just going to melt that there. We're going to get the seared faucet. We are going to get the seared casting table there. There we go. We are going to get a book. And off to the races, I suppose, for the next form of advanced smelting. Put that there, pour that in there, and that will get us the mighty smelting book. There we go. Yeah. Tinkers is really easy if you know what you're doing. Unfortunately, I'm currently in a situation where I don't know what I'm doing. So here we go. Alright. We're gonna make him even stronger. Alright. But before we do that, I do want to get the next book before we go. Because there is a tier 4 book, I do believe. So that's gonna require nether stuff, isn't it? We're going to need scorched stone. Which is made from scorched brick, which requires nether grout. So we need soul soil or soul sand and sediment paste alongside magma cream. For those who are not aware, to make the blazing slime, all you need to really do is just use slime balls and blaze powder. That will make we'll make 8 for now because I'm not entirely sure whether it's going to be worth it or not. But with the combination of soul sand and sediment paste, you can make nether grout. We've got 16 for now. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but we are going to be using 1 such for Fantastic Foundry. We're going to use the rest, and we're going to just smelt this nether grout in to make seared for the next... I wouldn't call it the next tier of upgrade, but we're definitely using nether grout for something. I'm sure. But I digress. The point is that we got the Fantastic Foundry here as well. Okay, let's see. Since my foundry can't alloy, I have created a solution for you that is simple to use. It requires a fuel tank or a heater. Better fuel allows making better alloys. Takes input from tanks, another okay. Alloyer GUI. Okay, there's nothing quite fantastic as the foundry. Gives 6 nuggets per ore, gives byproducts from ore. Foundry cannot alloy, which is a superior breakthrough, so you never have to worry about accidentally mixing materials again. Can hold multiple metals. Extendable capacity, much larger storage capacity than any puny smeltery. Can melt blocks that give multiple outputs. Fuel efficiency depends on size. Useful for nether-only runs and mass storage of liquids. Okay. Okay, so hold on. I'm actually going to go for the mighty smeltering route because we do have the materials to make that happen. So... Alright, so the structure requirements, let's see. Make it too big and it becomes so inefficient you need a tower of fuel tanks bigger than the smeltery in order to run it. Your smeltery must have a floor made of acceptable smeltery blocks including glass. Acceptable blocks will be showcased in a few pages. Your smeltery also must be rectangular. It cannot be L-shaped, circle-shaped, or dodecahedron shaped. Alright, the max size of your smeltery is 16 by 16 by 65 external, or 14 by 14 by 64 internal. Okay. So, going by that, you can make a 15 by 15 by 64, I want to say? Hold on. I guess the easiest way for this, at least for us, is going to be a 15 by 15 sort of design. And we can just slowly build it up from there, I'd say. So, it's going to be a big one, but we're going to have a massive smelter, I think. But other than that, we should be fine. That is going to require a lot of seared bricks, though, so I should be aware of that as I'm building this. So, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks out, I'd say. And then we want to go one more out, because that'll be... Alright, so... Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to go 5 blocks out here. That'll give us enough room. Then we're going to go 2 blocks in further, so that way we can build properly on what we're going to do. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15, and that's it. Alright, we take that off. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. And we want to keep to that repetition. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're 10 out now. So we are going to need a lot of, we're going to need a lot of grout if we want to make this machine work. Okay, to make grout, it's easy enough. There we go. Yeah, it's really easy to make grout, it seems, so that's good. Makes my job easier. Ow. Okay. There we go. Well, we'll let those cook, I suppose. Oh, right. I never did put a filter on the scorching brick, did I? Ah, well. Ow. Okay, well, there we go. Alright, well, that's the, that's going to be a lot of grout that we're going to be making. Yeah, we're going to have to make a lot of room for this, but hey. If we do it right, we should be able to actually make it into a circular grid, which is going to make this into, like, a bit of a pillar. Which I guess makes it a bit more unique, won't it? I think what we're going to be doing is, I'm definitely going to be turning this into, like, a platform for a square, but we're definitely going to make it so it's somewhat visible so we can see inside. But it is going to be a massive smeltery, I'd say. Yes, we're going to have to deal with the mixing of metals issue and the cost of fuel, but with enough lava, things should go well. So, should be fine. Besides, I'm going to have to make lava anyway somehow, so that's another thing. Alright, well that's a stack of seared bricks, I suppose, but it's still not going to be enough, I don't think. God, I'm losing count, so hold on. Okay, so we got 10 so far. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. Okay, and go to the other side here. Here we go. And we just keep going, I guess. We're going to build this flooring in. I guess we could have dug it a bit lower, but it's fine. It's going to do the same thing anyways, so... Here we go. Alright. Alright, yeah, no, we're gonna need a lot more, it seems. Okay, well, I guess we're making a ton of grout here. So, while we're building this... Oh god. Oh, that scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. I should probably build this up by one, actually. Now that I think about it. I have a better feeling that it's just gonna be better if we just build it up by one. Besides, we're gonna have to build this in full, right? So if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. So we're gonna want as much of this seared brick as possible. I kinda wish I had a vein miner mod installed now. Just to make this my life infinitely easier, but we don't have that luxury, unfortunately. Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Gather what we can, I suppose. There we go, there's another. Okay. We go over to here. And we will just gather the rest of the seared bricks that we missed. Simple enough, really, if you know what you're doing. Alright, well. With that... Oh, we're almost done. Okay, gather these, there we go. And... we are. Okay. Okay, I should probably jump up to here now. And all we gotta do is just cut off these. There we go. Okay, we got a ton of bricks just waiting to be used now. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're gonna have the basin be... Alright, so the basin should probably... Well, first let's move this here. Let's move that. There we go. And then we'll have the... Okay, so there's going to be a block there, so... We want the block here, so that's going to be the casting basin. This is going to be the casting table. I'm going to cut these out here. There we go. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. There we go. Alright, that's 15. Okay, that's another 15. Apparently it's not. I need to check my numbers real quick. Okay, let's see. So this is the center, right? So this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13. So this is 15. Okay, so... Let me just confirm. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. Why is this 15 now? So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. Okay. So... Did I just count wrong here? I assume I did. Let's see. Okay, so this is the middle here. So this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 15. No, 11, 13, and 15. There we go. Okay, so it's off by 1 block. I was miscounting because I'm probably tired. It's fine, though. I'll keep going all the same. Okay, we do get a border at least, so that's good. That does mean I'm going to need to build this out, though, so... And here we go. Okay, that's seared bricks in the abundance. There we go. Solid fuel source to the melter. We don't need that anymore. We don't need the seared melter either. But hey. There's still things that we use. So now, let's make more grout, I suppose. Okay, that's 6 stacks of seared grout. Jesus. That is a lot to cover, I suppose. Okay, I guess that's that. Ow. Alright, well, I guess I wait for that to just cook, I suppose. Alright, well, that's gonna cook for a bit. We let the mechanical belt do its job, and we should be good. There we go. Okay, we'll let those cook, I suppose. Alright, we've ran out of sand, but we still do have the grout for it, so we're just gonna keep tossing grout in when we get a chance. Ow. Alright, let's toss in the grout now. Alright, cool. Now we just need to make a ton. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, that's 96 more bricks. Okay. This should be enough to fill in the platform at least. I think anyways. Alright. The most we can probably do is to make the ideal conditions for it to grow. Or at least process resources, I should say. But I digress. We're still going to be making this into a fantastical machine, I'm sure. Okay. Here we are. Alright. Alright, 8. There we are. We're almost done. Well, ish. Yeah, we only got 30 bricks, so we still haven't done the side, mind you. So this is still not complete, per se. And even then, that's like pushing it with what we're doing right here. Only 2 left after that just straight up build. Oh my goodness. But that does mean we can fill the corners at least, so we got something there. However, we're going to need to figure out what sort of building material we're going to be using for this, because we're going to need a lot of building material for it, that's for sure. What do we use? What do we use? How do we want to use it? I'm tempted with the fancy diorite, but I don't think that's the right choice. I think we got better choices here. Alternate smeltery heart retains liquid when broken. I mean, we got 64 liquids of water, but yeah, we don't need that just yet. Okay, we've got cobblestone in abundance. We've got basalt in abundance, actually. What can we make with basalt? We can make polished basalt, which will allow us to make basalt bricks. Which will make polished basalt tiles. Well, I mean, if there's gonna be anything we're gonna be building, it's gonna be basalt, I would imagine, right? Alright, the Encyclopedia of Tinkering. Alright, yeah. These are basically the organizations that we got for the encyclopedia. Okay. Let's go with basalt. We're gonna get 6 stacks set up for now, and we're gonna worry about the rest later. There we go. We're gonna move over to here. And let's see, what can we do with this? We can make polished basalt. So we're going to go with polished basalt to start with. Here we go. 5 and 6. Alright, what do we want here? We can make basalt bricks here. We can make polished things. We're going to make basalt bricks here. And we'll go from there. Okay, basalt bricks. What do we make from here? We can make basalt tiles. We can make chiseled basalt bricks. Let's make a stack of chiseled basalt bricks and a stack of basalt tiles. Okay, basalt tiles get that. Bricks get us nice little corner pieces. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Okay, we are going to use... Well, let's see. We got tiles and basalt bricks. Okay, let's go with the tiles for design, I think. Why not? Let's have a little bit swerve in here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, let's go with this. Alright, and then we'll have quarters for the chiseled basalt here. Just because we can, I suppose. Yeah, that's going to be fun. No, we want it on the floor, I presume. Yeah, the flooring would be more fun. Okay. I guess we just go up to here now. Here we go. Build the corners like so. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Gather that real quick. Apologies if I'm just moving a bit too fast, but I'm being... I guess I'm not moving too fast. What am I saying? I'm just saying things at this point. Oh god. And I'm being a bit yeah, words. I'm being a little bit quiet, but I should be fine. Okay, let's go with basalt bricks at this point. And we're gonna get that seared brick in place, I guess. Yeah, let's get the seared brick there. There we go. Oh, nope. Wrong brick. Seared brick, there we go. Alright, basalt bricks are going to be used to set up the chiseled basalt brick, which goes there. It's going to give us some nice little moody photos, because why not? Or pictures, I should say. Alright, we set that up. There we go. Do the same here. Alright, there we go. Now we get moody photos there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a floor of basalt bricks, I'd say. Just to make it interesting. Alright. Gonna have to figure out how far I want to go with the build, but we'll see. Ultimately, I guess. It's gonna probably be a very hit or miss here, so we'll have to see what we go with. But I got a rough idea on what I want to do here. But we're gonna have to make the design properly, because I want to go with a dome shape on the end here. So we're gonna try and achieve that. But of course we're gonna need to organize for this. I guess we could go for a half dome shape. It don't really matter. that's interesting. Now, do I want to go that way, or do I want to go this way? It'd be easier if I place it sideways. At least I think so, anyways. Okay, if I place it on the floor, it actually maintains its shape. Okay. Oh, whoops, a bit too far, but that's fine. We'll go for this for now, just so we can set things up properly. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we're getting some serious... Okay, that's not it. Yeah, no, we can just place it on the floor if we're having trouble. There we go. Yeah, no, it's got some weird placements, I do believe. But that's fine. Okay, so now we just need to dig out 5 here. 5, okay, so 5, there we go. Then we do the same here, don't we? We're gonna do a little bit of an arch here, I do believe. Yeah, we want to... Yeah, we're gonna take away from here, actually, aren't we? Yeah, so we build like this, don't we? It's gonna be a bit of a weird arch, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. Now we can build it like this, going forward. I don't think that's gonna work with what we're trying to do, so let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can get away with a 3, I think. So get rid of this, like so. And then do this. There we go. That should work. Or maybe even go as far as to... Let's see, if I do get rid of these 3, I can also do 3 here. There we go. 3. And then I can do a double here. Like so, maybe? It looks really awkward, but with the proper placement of basalt bricks, it just makes it work, I think. Yeah, because that's going to go into 2, then it's going to go connect there. Okay, so 1, 2... I can probably get it to a 3 here, and then I can actually expand it a little bit further. So what would happen is... It actually extend a little bit further out this way, I do believe. So from here, we can actually send it the full way, I think. So from 2 to 3 to 5. 5. There we go. I don't know, it's hard to say how I want to handle this. Such a weird situation here. Well, either way, I'm going to need to build it to its specifications anyway, so... There's going to be some management here, I would imagine. Okay, so give it some time, so 1 sec. Let's try and build this out. So at least it's going to be here. So it's going to end on this corner here. Okay. Alright, so that's the maximum position it can get to, excluding one block. So once it hits one block, then we can... Alright, so that's the block there. Okay. Then we just build this out, much like everything else. Oh, whoops. Take you out. Gotta love the basalt bricks, not gonna lie. It's actually not that bad of a building block, I'm gonna be honest. Starting to become a fan of it. Okay. It's just awkward to place more than anything. Okay. Place those there. Now let's see. If I recall correctly, yep. Positioning is there, so... If we take that into account, this... Yeah, so we want to mark this just after that, so... I do believe creepers don't explode anymore, but I'm not 100% certain. Let's see. Yeah, no, they don't. I've actually got a trinket on that actually prevents creepers from doing that. That's why I thought it was like, wait, don't I have a trinket on that helps me? That's why I was a little confused on why the creeper just straight up didn't explode. It's because of that trinket. Okay, but anyways, let's see. After 3 blocks here, so 1, 2, 3. So, like this, there we go. That leaves 3 blocks, and now we got an opening here. So yeah, we've got a bit of a design going, so that's good. Okay, that does leave us with the thing that we got to... Okay, so we got 4 here, so... do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I guess that's it, yeah. And then well, hold on, let's see. It's a, once it hits that corner block here, it becomes a block out to 5. Okay. But otherwise, it becomes 4, then sticks out 1. So this 4, then sticks out 1. Then it becomes a 1, 1, 1. 6 out 1 here. Which is 4. Okay, yeah, no, this is right, I think. I think it's right, anyways. Yeah, so... 4 sticks out 1. 4 sticks out 1. Yeah, so it is right. Okay, never mind. I thought this was wrong, but no, it's perfectly fine. Okay, that does leave with a 3 gap that we gotta cover, so... This is gonna look a bit awkward, but... That is the intended for this design. Okay, we'll cut that out. Then we just do this. Alright. Oh, I guess we just gotta do this, so... That's fine. We're slowly getting it anyway, so that's the important part that we're doing here. But you know what? I think I might leave it off here at this point. Well, no, let's finish this off before I go. Then I can feel satisfied with what I've done. Okay, so we need to make sure it's 1 block in for here. So that way we can say we've done that there. Is that the right way? Yeah, it is. It's just awkward on the sides, because it looks weird. Whatever. Okay. And 1... Okay, 1... Okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, so just make sure we've got it in the right direction. There we go. Alright, we just do this. And we can place that there. There we go. Now we can place it properly. So now we got 5, and we just need to build all the way out, and we should be good. Okay, so we build 3 out, I do believe. Then we'll build 1 more out, just so we can place this here. And there. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're going to go for the 5 setup here, which sets us up with that block. There we go. Shouldn't be too hard to... Oh, whoops. Wrong block. We want... Oh, we don't actually have any, We don't have any more basalt bricks. Alright, let's get some more, I suppose. Alright, more basalt bricks, I suppose, yeah. Okay. Alright, that's 3 sets of basalt bricks. Solid. That's gonna help us build. Alright, well. Jumping a bit too far is not going to help us, so... Let's just carefully build along, and we should be good. There we go. And then we just gotta make sure we've got the 3 block here. Or 3 block gap there. Alright, let's see, 3 block gap, there we go. I just timed it miraculously well. Okay, we're gonna keep to a 2 block spam here. We should be able to make this work. There we go. Now we go 2 blocks out. And then we just gotta keep going with this, I suppose. Don't we? Here they come. At least we're getting a ton of blocks covered, so that's good. Oh, whoops. Got that, if we can. There we go. Alright, that's 2 blocks out. Now we just do a 1, 1, and... Okay, this is a 4. That's a 4, there we go. So 1 block in. 1 block in, yep. Okay. Now we just do a 3 block out here. You do block here. There we are. Now we do a collapse on this. Like so. But then I can just close the area like so. There we are. Now we just collect the blocks here. And there we go. Gather everything we can before we go any further. There we go. It's a pretty dark border, but that's fine. I can easily enclose this area without too much hassle. There we go. Done. Alright. Alright. We'll just keep enclosing this, and we should be done. Well, once we're finished. Well, we got like a few more blocks left, but otherwise we are basically done the platform. Well, to a degree. Oh, whoops. One extra. Gather that. There we go. Solid. Alright. Done and done. Okay. Now we've got a nice juicy platform for when we start expanding the refinery. Because that's going to be nice. But yeah, this is going to be a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. Okay. So this is going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Okay, so I've done it a bit wrong. But nothing a bit of expanding can't solve, can it? Yeah, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm just 1 block off, basically. But that's an easy fix, honestly. Like, literally, it's just... Whoop. Take these out. Whoop. I guess to here. Three. Like so. And done. Okay. So yeah, I just need to expand this 1 block out. But other than that, we're good. Yeah, so with that in mind, all I really need to do is, well, I guess break this pillar here as well. I guess I'll build the pillar up here as well. Why not? Gonna be bugged if I don't do this, at least. Alright. Now, if we get the... not the seared brick, but the chisel brick, we place that there. Place this over here. I mean, I guess we just put the... yeah, the basalt bricks are fine. Let's cut these out, because why not? Alright. Alright, basalt brick there. Cut these out, I guess, why not? There we go. Now, if we take the polished basalt tiles, just enclose this area here a little bit, and we should be good. Yeah. But hey, at least I caught the error before I completely finished the entire area. But that does mean we do need more seared brick. Which does mean we're going to need a lot more work done, but hey. At least we're getting some serious results in, I'd say. Oh, hold on. Oh, right. We placed it in the corner there. There we go. That's otherwise it's gonna bug me. There we go. Do the corners here first. There should be a 2-blocker here. Oh yeah, no, it's... Okay, so yeah, no, this is the corner. Okay. Yeah, that is a corner. Okay. So I'm just dead wrong on most things now at this point. Put that there. Put that there. There we go. Put the middle block here, I guess. Yep. Put a torch here in the middle, I guess right here. There we go. I already got a torch there, so I don't need any more there. I guess I place a torch here. There we go. And then I guess I'll just place torches on the corners here. Well, maybe not here. Let's place a torch here. Torch here. Torch here. And torch here. And then just place a torch in the very middle, because we can. So right there. There we go. Alright. I'm going to wrap it up here. I've managed to do quite a bit. Namely, I've managed to start by... Well... I've made my thing more automatic. I've been starting to pour in actual crops into this so I can start producing infinite gold nuggets, which is significantly but better than the normal, or the norm rather. I've managed to not only that, but I've also managed to begin the start of a basalt and cobblestone farm. It is working off its bare minimum, mind you, but even its bare minimum is doing significantly better than what I would expect it to. But thankfully, due to this farm alone, it's producing infinite cobblestone and basalt, which cobblestone can be used to make, well, you know what, obviously. And basalt is going to be able to make us infinite, yeah, no, it should be able to make us infinite obsidian, which is even better to consider. So, in addition, it's also a great building material, which, as you've seen, it's got a lot of versatility. So, we're going to be using this quite a bit, at least for design of the inside of the basalt area here. And it's just going to be something we use from Infernal Expansion, because it looks like a nice building block. Because why not? Plus, it'll give us a nice, juicy expansion for our refinery, so... It'll be a nice addition, I'd like to imagine. But, I digress. I am going to wrap it up here. For those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification if you want to see more stuff. I stream daily, so if you want to catch my streams, you can catch me 7 MST time. If you want to catch my streams, the best way to do so is search me up at F5Icon at Twitch.tv. You can check the about section on my YouTube channel, or my YouTube channel in general, for my Twitch and Twitter. Or you can check the link down below in the video description of the video you're currently watching. In this case, it be Go Create the Goblin Baker stream. For those of you on Twitch, or those of you from YouTube come from Twitch, welcome. Your support is always appreciated. The more support I receive, the more content I can give you guys. Once I hit 3 concurrent viewers, I should be able to reach affiliate status, which will allow me to give you guys some more content. What this content can be arranged into can be a number of things, but it really depends on what you guys are, you know, looking for. What else? Yes. For those of you on Twitch who want to get to YouTube, use the YouTube search bar and search up F5Icon. If you scroll down for the Twitch stream, you should be able to see a Twitch photo. If you click that photo, it'll direct you to my YouTube channel. Or, if you are checking the VOD section, you can check the VOD description, and there should be a link or two, which you can copy and paste into your browser. But yeah. What else was there? Yes. God, the creepy noises. Yeah. If you guys want to watch if you want to watch my older VODs, the best way to do so is check on YouTube. It has everything since day one. So if you're looking for something specific, such as to go create Goblin Baker stream, that is the best way to do so. If you want to see my new stuff, the best way to do so is on Twitch. I stream every day, excluding Sundays, at 3-7 Mountain Standard Time. So if you want to come on and stream, or come on and watch the stream, or come chat, that is the best time to do so. So check to make sure your time zones are correct. But usually there's about 6 new videos every single week. And you guys are sure to find something that you like, I'm sure. I stream 3 different videos to, every now and again, so. I might do more come Easter, I'm not sure yet, but I want to do more content, if only to push the agenda and, try to get my name out there. But as long as you guys are enjoying my stuff, that's all that matters. I may have to tone down the streaming every now and again, but I guess we'll see, ultimately. But I digress. I really do appreciate you guys coming in and watching my stuff, and I really do appreciate you, enjoying it and coming to keep coming around. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.